Hi and welcome to Australian Gamers Friday Night Podcast. I'm Yug.
I'm not.
And tonight we're going to be talking about...
No.
I got nothing. What do you got?
No, we might not even be talking about anything.
Yeah. I mean, we do have to do a weekly podcast.
Yeah, we said we would.
It's our obligation
we owe it to
the
Ben
people that...
It's a contractual obligation.
Really? I didn't sign anything. Anyway, there's not a lot to talk about this
There's
week.
nothing much been happening in the games industry in general. We'll talk about a few things.
I mean, usually we try to talk about events or big things that have happened, not really focusing on this game's been released this week, or mainly because we haven't played it yet. So
yeah,
really
either because we haven't played it or because you might well know, you probably know what games are coming out. What do you say beyond this game is coming out this week?
Yeah, I mean,
moving on.
Unless you just really like the sound of our voice, I mean,
which you do. I've been told I'm soothing.
Really?
By ducks, mostly.
By duck or soothing
by
to
ducks. Soothing to ducks.
So
Ducks tell me I'm soothing.
You
They're
talk to ducks?
Yes. They tell me I'm soothing. Thought we'd made that clear.
Alright, yes, let's move on now. So what are we going to talk about? Oh, you wanted to talk about some
I wanted
stuff,
to talk about
you?
World of Warcraft a little bit.
Alright.
There's been a few strange occurrences in the world of Warcraft, which is an interesting way of putting it.
Strange as in the game world, or strange?
No, strange as in particularly in the server world. They've added 2 new servers. 6 new servers, I believe, including 2 specifically targeted to Oceania. There are now 2 dedicated Australian servers.
Hold on, are they Australian servers or just
Oceania basically is Australia. It's Australia and New Zealand and I think a few small islands.
Cool, and that kind of sucks too, because we've already got our little characters set up on...
One of the minor flaws in that is I'm led to believe it's actually still not located in Australia. It's actually still in the US, so pings won't be improved. But I guess the chances of...
Does that mean that the day-night settings will be actually correct? As in, when it's day in the game, it's actually the same time as it is here in Australia?
Well, I believe the day-night settings as it is are sped up anyway, aren't they?
I didn't think so. I
thought they were. I thought day and night passed more quickly in the game than... like they do in quite a lot of games, is like this sort of hyper time.
We're really not on the ball with this kind of stuff, are we?
No.
We really suck.
We're industry experts. We lead the world in our understanding of, stuff. About things.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't know on that one. I'll have to ask someone who
Australian
knows.
server would be cool. I am looking forward to when they do release all the extra content and all the new stuff. The Blood Elf race. I think that's
Blood Elf
really cool. I would like to. I think I am completely 100% sucked into World of Warcraft now. I did play it for a bit and then I stopped for a bit.
Same.
And now I've started again and I've realised that it's just this beast which is going to consume all my time and money until I have no friends left. And this is all I do. I live my life through World of Warcraft, I have a feeling.
Yeah, someone made a comment last night on World of Warcraft, which of course I was playing, that I decided to turn into a dirty comment and said, hey, sounds like my sex life. I can't remember what it was, but it was something about...
Really boring?
No,
not satisfying or fulfilling?
Something about getting out of it and back into it and then being like losing interest or something. Like, it was something like that. And I said, hey, sounds like my sex life. And then they're like, tell me more. And I'm like, dude, I don't have a sex life. I have World of Warcraft. I've made my choice.
It's probably why they wanted you to tell them more.
Yeah, they've all made the same choice as well. It's funny though, because you hit people talking about games like World of Warcraft and EverQuest and stuff like that, and there's this kind of assumption that everyone who plays them is some sort of uber nerd. But most of the people who can't get a girl, but most of the people I talk to on there are actually married.
Did I tell you that one of the weirdest things that happened? A month ago, a friend of mine, Nicole, was actually up in Brisbane from Melbourne, sort of thing, and a couple of my other mates came around. We were just sitting out in the backyard, just having some drinks. A couple of other friends came around, and one of them, his mate of mine, Scott. He plays World of Warcraft a lot more than I do.
Yeah.
Basically, which is a lot more than both you and I combined.
That's a worry.
Which is a lot. But he mentioned World of Warcraft to my friend Nicole, who was quite a very good-looking girl, and she's social and goes out and has fun. Like, not the typical, stereotypical gamer.
No.
Gamer
girl
girl
even, yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, World of Warcraft, yeah, I've got a level 36 Night Elf mage or druid or something like that, and I've got these multiple characters on multiple servers. Not just enough that she actually had played a bit of World of Warcraft, but actually had multiple characters on multiple servers.
Stuff, yeah.
It's like, wow, that's really quite cool. This game, I just thought that was cool. It's not something I would have thought about.
Yeah.
Or associated with.
The thing is, games like World of Warcraft no longer appeal just to a male, demographic.
Or
They're
even
not
just to a gamer demographic.
No, that's true.
I mean, stuff like The Sims really help break a lot of gaming stigmas.
Yeah, and gaming stereotypes.
Yeah.
So I thought the addition of an Oceania, a few Oceania servers was interesting.
They probably just did it to shut people up, because a lot of people bitch and whine about that. The whole there's no Australian server. It's like, so.
One of the main appeals to that is I've found, because we are on a US server called Greymane.
Greymane, yep.
One of the problems I have with that is every time I go online, no one's on there, because it's just the US peak time is sort of offset to Australia. So I very often find it empty when I go online, unless I'm on really late in the sort of midnight to 3 in the morning when the US is starting to come back online.
Point. I didn't really think about that, because I've never found it particularly. I find certain areas empty, and I always thought that was just because, there's those areas just aren't quite as populated. But you're probably right. It's probably just because of the times that we go on.
If you go in the US peak times, especially if you hang around areas like Ironforge, just packed. You can't even move, which is impressive considering people don't actually get in your way.
Yeah, that's true.
Past
maybe you get keyword fixed, so just can't move.
So the addition of Oceania servers is good, because it means people are more likely to be on when you're on if you're in Australia. Good. So we're actually in a guild. We're actually in an Oz guild. That means that we at least know people that are on a lot of the time.
Yeah, which is handy. It's nice to be able to.
Yeah, it is good.
Talk to people who are obscene levels above us.
Yeah, and they give you free stuff. I approve of that.
Yeah, cool.
I've got heaps of good stuff from
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't gotten anything. Bastards.
I had a guy the other day who's like, check out this axe I found or something, and I'm like, hey, that's cool. He's like, do you want it? I'm like,
could you even use it?
Yeah, but it's cool, but it's out of my level. Yeah. It's like 4 levels above me. He's like, you'll get it. You'll be able to use it eventually, and just send it to me along with some plate armor. Cool. I'm like,
okay, yeah. Well, I guess that's the benefit of being in a guild. Let's stop talking about World of Warcraft. Let's just start talking about something else. I want to talk a bit about Star Wars Battlefront 2, actually.
Yeah, you can if you want.
I will. I got a copy of that.
I recommend. I'm going to get some sleep. I recommend everyone else listening get some sleep as well.
Hate
no,
you.
It's just let Young's
really,
voice,
just genuine hate.
Just let Young's voice soothe you to sleep.
If you're
relax.
Unless you're a duck, in which case you're already
you're waiting for me,
or you're already soothed and asleep. Probably. Right. No, I just wanted to briefly touch on it, sort of thing, because it is the most popular Star Wars. Well, actually, no, it's not. But the first Star Wars Battlefront was the highest-selling Star Wars game ever.
Really?
Yeah. Which I think the reason why, when you say that to most gamers, they're like, really? Because a lot of gamers didn't actually play Star Wars Battlefront, from what I know, anyway. And a lot of gamers are very much of the opinion that most Star Wars games that come out today are fairly crap compared to because they're based on the new stuff. But compared to the old Star Wars games like the X-Wing or TIE Fighter games, or even Dark Forces, Jedi Knight sort of games, which were just such good quality and they were really solid, fantastic games. Whereas Episode 1 Rescue of Naboo, or Episode 1 Racer, or which
Pod Racer,
but
it was very limited as a game.
Yeah,
it was just a racing game.
Or Lego Star Wars was cool, admittedly. I liked that.
It was different.
But yeah, Star Wars Battlefront was the highest selling Star Wars game of all time. So Star Wars Battlefront 2, which has been really pushed very heavily in conjunction with the Star Wars Episode 3 DVD that's come out, is expected to sell extremely well. And I've been playing it, and it's a lot of fun. Really, really, really good. I can't find many flaws in it yet. I only played the first one a little bit, enough to go, yeah, that's cool, but it's not quite enough to get me away from Battlefield 2 at that point in time, which was what I was playing.
One of the best comments I heard about the original Battlefront was, I believe, from Penny Arcade, where Gabe said something along the lines of that there was a section you get to play where you can play as a Gungan and run around and shoot and destroy your own childhood dreams, which I thought was nice. Destroy your childhood dreams and memories, or something like that.
You know what you can do in this one is you can actually have... I'll have to play it more to actually remember all the features and what they're called and everything, but basically you can go into a level where you play online with a whole bunch of other people, and you're on one side, and your job is to kill the other creature. One of them is on Endor, and you have to destroy Ewoks. Another one is in a scene on Naboo, I think, and you have to destroy all the Gungans.
Both of those sound appealing.
I know. I think that alone actually should be plastered on the front.
Kill the Ewoks.
You get to kill Ewoks and kill Jar Jar Binks specifically.
It should be called that. It should be Star Wars Battlefront 2, Destroy the Ewoks.
Destroy the Ewoks, yeah. Even just destroy the Ewoks.
Destroy the Ewoks has a nice ring to it.
Yeah, that's really good. Why didn't they have you in charge of marketing? Oh, that's right. You put ducks to sleep.
Interesting. So Yug actually bought this game home the other day. We got we got a copy of it, and he put it on, and a mate was around, and we watched Yug play it for a while, and we watched. I was
actually just playing. I wasn't online at this
point.
No,
this wasn't on live. Yug wanted to quite reasonably get the hang of how to actually play before going online and looking like a goose.
I'm not one of these people that likes to jump online and make a complete idiot out of myself. I just like to be just mildly stupid.
Yeah. You want to be clumsy rather than just
clumsy. Sort of people go, oh no, that's the wrong way to go, rather than you're killing me. Stop it. You know.
See how we're wearing the same armour. Please don't shoot me.
Which is good, because I did that a lot in the single player levels downstairs. I kept killing these guys and going, oh, yeah, whoops. They look like stormtroopers. I mean, they're supposed to be bad, aren't they? I don't know.
We're looking and going, dude, stop shooting him. Why? Because he's your guy. Just over and over. But yeah, we watched it, and we were actually quite spectacularly bored. We just started paying him out.
Yeah, I just didn't care, and I think that was more to the point that you guys just wanted to pay me out rather than you didn't care about the game.
No, it looked really boring. It looked really slow. Because we were talking about it after you left. It wasn't just a matter of paying you out. It just looked really slow, and playing a boring game online, to me, is not much more appealing than playing a boring game single player. But I haven't played it myself, so, I'll give it
I'm surprised you said that, actually, because I didn't think it was that boring.
You played it. Maybe that's the difference.
Probably. I think it's a lot better, more spectacular game when played as an online game.
I understand the concept that playing with actual people makes a difference and blah blah blah, but at the same time, it doesn't look that exciting as a game.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, if anyone does have Xbox Live anyway, you can jump on and add me to your list if you want, or Matt, for that matter.
Yeah, no, don't. Don't add me. I'm no challenge of any kind in any game.
Not even a challenge, but he would be a hindrance to your team.
I've been playing a bit of MotoGP 3 for the Xbox, and I've had to put training wheels on the motorbike.
Really?
It's not working out.
Training wheels? That must be difficult when you go to lean around those corners.
No, you don't lean. There's no leaning. It's just turn the handlebars, and you eventually sort of roll around.
Right.
It's not good.
Not. Is there a good sense of speed?
I got the racing trike. It's not cool. It doesn't go very fast, but it's safe. Safety is important. You know
what else is out at the moment?
What?
SingStar 80s.
SingStar 80s.
Yes.
We don't have that yet. Why don't we have that yet?
You go buy it.
Okay.
Cool. It's good. sort that one out.
Exciting. Yeah,
I'm looking forward to that one.
we all love the 80s. Everyone loves the 80s. What's not to love? More SingStar is always good.
More SingStar. Look, I love it. We love it. It's great. If you have no friends, then there's no point in you buying it.
Yeah.
To be fair, unless you tend to be the kind of person who drinks a lot and sits at home and drinks and sings.
Singing. Yeah.
This way, you can actually have a game rate your singing. So.
Yeah, that's important. Also, you might want to get the game that rates your life.
Yes. Unfortunately, you might score rather low.
You might not do very well on that one.
But yeah.
Has there been anything else we need to talk about? Is anything occurring in the world?
We could actually have a fairly short podcast.
There's actually a lot of games coming out.
It is coming up to Christmas.
It's coming up to Christmas, and this is pretty much the biggest month.
It is interesting. A lot of the games that are coming out are games that we played down in.
Yeah, I noticed that. They were all They were all always like pre-Christmas intended sort of games.
Is it just me, or does EA own everything? Is EA pretty much just this monopoly?
EA is by far the biggest publisher.
But I mean, almost every second news report that I get sent about this game is being released or this upcoming game, it's being published by EA. Not that I'm saying it's a bad thing, because I honestly think that a lot of series have.
But anyway,
I think a lot of series have benefited from going under the EA banner. Personally,
I think EA's benefited from a lot of things going under their banner as well. I mean, things like Burnout 3.
Was that not an EA game?
Burnout 3 was not. Okay. Burnout Revenge was. So basically what EA have just done is just sort of absorbed yet another series.
But Burnout Revenge was a good game.
Oh, I know, but it was always going to be, whether it was published by EA or not. So basically it's just more money for EA. But I
could have sworn Burnout 3 was an EA game, because it comes up with the track listing. Remember the music tracks? They come up as well?
You're right.
Pretty sure that was an EA game.
Okay.
I think you're wrong.
It's entirely possible I'm wrong. But in any case, I pointed out during the podcast that we did for Imagine and in the article that we wrote about it, almost everything we saw there was a re-release, a new, sequel.
Yep.
That's what EA does. And there's no innovation in a single thing EA puts out.
You go hot or cold, you're like, oh, there's no innovation in what EA puts out. And then there's the whole Nintendo thing. Oh, yeah, so innovative.
Building this crazy weird controller that no one's ever made a game for and they don't know how it works is a totally different thing to making games that are a bit different and original. And you know it. I have no problem with innovation in and of itself. I have a problem when innovation goes crazy.
Say innovation again.
Innovation.
Okay.
You right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Cool. Yeah, I think the industry needs innovation, and I think it needs originality. But it's not going to get it from anything EA does, because EA is a company that's intended to make vast amounts of money with no risk at all. I hate you. I never liked you as a person.
Okay, what game's coming out? What are we going to get?
The one that appeals to me most, and I've got to say, is Soul Calibur 3. Jumpy Bounce.
Yeah.
Played a bit of Soul Calibur 2 the other day, got back into it, and it's just reminded me just how much I loved Soul Calibur. I always have.
Yeah, you've been a Soul Calibur
I'm obsessive. A Soul Calibur god. That's what I am.
I remember beating you quite a few times with Killick, just by tapping the same button.
I remember killing you, never doing anything other than kicking, just for fun.
Yeah, but you see, you play the game 10 times more often than I do. So when I win, it's like an amazing victory. When you win, it's like, yeah, well, of course he was going to win. So, yeah.
That doesn't make it any cooler that you get beaten just by being kicked.
No, I think...
You button mash.
Yeah?
You're in the unfortunate position of being just good enough to not button mash,
yeah, I know.
but not good enough to actually win with your skills.
No, it's actually I tend to get that way in most fighting games.
That's pretty common.
I'll play it and then I'll choose a character I like because I can't be arsed learning all the characters' moves, and I'll go through and I'll do every move. Oh, that's that move, and so when I actually do a move when I'm fighting someone, it's like I know what I just did. I didn't really mean to do it because I was just sort of mashing buttons together. But I know what I did. So it's like, yeah.
I find with fighting games when I'm first learning them, there's kind of a weird curve. I start off, I'm alright, because I'm just pressing buttons and just sort of bashing stuff and seeing what happens. Then I get good enough to not have to do that, and my actual success goes down heaps because
you have to learn how to counter and
because I have to learn how to
like that.
actually fight.
Yeah.
And then it goes up again as I get the hang of it. But what else is coming out? Gun's out now.
I want to get that. I want to play that. I want to finish that.
We should get that for
looks
Xbox.
like- Is it on Xbox and PS2 or?
Oh, it's on everything
We
now.
don't-
We've talked about this before.
For what it's worth, I mean, we don't neglect the other consoles by any means.
We prefer things that are on Xbox given the choice.
The problem is, I mean, when you've got a game that comes out on all three systems, we prefer it on Xbox, and the reasons are because the Xbox is the most powerful of the systems.
It has better graphics than the PlayStation 3.
It does have
Two. I didn't mean
The
3.
fanboys revolt. Watch out. Yeah, it does have
Clearer
the best.
picture, and
That's right. And
very often the GameCube, I was listening to something the other day where a developer was actually complaining that for the GameCube, because the media is so small, they often have to cut a lot of content out and compress it.
More importantly, with the GameCube, any games that are released across all three, the controller, the GameCube controller, it's just not very well set up for those multi-platform games.
Yeah,
I would
rather
rather play a multi-platform game in the order of Xbox first, and if not the Xbox, then PlayStation 2. If not PlayStation 2, GameCube. And that's not because I hate the GameCube or anything like that. I love my little cube, but
GameCube controller was built for Zelda. It's like
it was built for Zelda and Mario and those games, Nintendo games, which is fine.
It's just a weird button layout. It's very specific. It's very strange.
Yeah. Well, it's not like Nintendo tend to do weird controllers or
like
anything
that.
like that.
No, of course not. What else is coming out? Battlefield 2 is coming out towards the end of the month.
What, on the Xbox?
Modern Combat, yeah.
Isn't it already out?
No, I think it's coming out the 21st of this month.
Oh, okay. Sorry, we've seen quite a bit of it.
We've seen it a lot.
And we've actually played quite a bit of it as well. And there was a demo that we got, an Xbox demo, which I did fire up and I did.
You did fire?
Yeah.
We don't like it.
So not interested in this. No,
just not.
And
doing
most
it
of
for
the
us.
people I talk to are just really not all that interested in it either. I know that sounds really bad. I loved Battlefield 2 on the PC. This is not that game, and I actually feel quite cheated that it's not. I'm actually a little bit annoyed that it's not the same game, yet they've called it exactly the same thing.
End of the month also sees Need for Speed Most Wanted.
Yeah,
let's not start.
I'm getting that.
Yeah, you can get that.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna
enjoy.
love it. I'm gonna enjoy it.
Fantastic. It just bores me. I'll give it a go. I think it deserves a go.
I think you should give it a decent go.
If you say the words you don't like it because it's not Burnout Revenge, I'm just gonna stab you in the neck with my.
You got nothing there. Your
I'm just looking at everything's round.
Your phone.
My mouse.
Your mouse. Your optical mouse. Thank God it's wireless.
I'm gonna burn your eyes out with the little red light.
Well, I probably will say that.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking forward to the stabbing. I'll have something prepared.
Yeah, okay. Okay, what else? Come on.
Fable: The Lost Chapter's coming out.
Meh.
No, that's kind of dumb.
It's not dumb.
No, it is dumb.
No, it's not
Well,
dumb.
Fable was kind of dumb in its own little way.
Did you review?
I reviewed Fable, but it was lost in the Great
review.
No, the Great Purge. I think it was lost in the Great Purge, but I could be wrong.
No, Fable was kept because it was an Xbox game, and I had a copy of all the Xbox games that we did.
Okay.
So there is a review of Fable up on the site that Matt did.
Pokemon DX coming out on my birthday. Sorry, XD, not DX. But no one cares. I don't care and you don't care, so let's move on. Dancing Stage Mario Mix is also coming out. Oh, we love the dancing games.
Yeah,
dancing
we do.
games.
No.
Oh, come on.
No.
You want it.
Dude,
I know you want it. I know you want it.
No, I actually, I really don't.
Part of me does, you know.
No.
Because some of those dancing type games are actually kind of hard to get into. Particularly if you go to the arcade.
I want one of those. I still want one of those arcade mats. We
need some metal dance mats.
We went through I think we're actually really good adopters of new peripherals for systems. Almost obsessively so. We have like 5 dance mats. The SingStar karaoke stuff. We've got an iToy. We've got the Xbox karaoke stuff. We've got light guns and stuff, lots of stuff.
There is definitely way too much stuff.
Yeah.
We've got a bunch of controllers for a bunch of different.
Yeah, that's right.
We've got 4 Wavebirds.
Did you know I actually got the fishing controller for the Dreamcast?
Did you?
Yeah.
When did you get that?
Towards the end of its, cared about sort of thing.
Right.
Oh, it's just cheap on eBay. I was like,
yeah,
right.
fishing.
Yeah. Anyway, so we've got all these dance pads and stuff like that, and I really want to
We've
get
got
into
4
these.
dance pads at various
5,
different stages.
actually.
5.
Because we went through one. One
That's
was
right.
broken, so we
Oh,
got another
right.
one, and then we bought 2 for a party, which
Didn't work very well.
even work very well anyway. We've really tried everything. The only conclusion we could come to is we need to splurge on one of them big metal.
Or 2.
2 big metal dance pads. I still want to do that too.
Yeah, me too.
But let's move on. What else is coming out?
Coming out on the DS.
Metroid Hunters.
No.
Oh.
That's apparently been pushed back yet again, possibly to early 2000 and whatever the next year is. 6.
Yeah.
But coming out is Mario Kart. Mario Kart's quite long awaited. It's coming out mid-month.
Okay, the one thing that does interest me about Mario Kart, usually it's like, another Mario Kart. I've been playing them since the Super Nintendo ones, and I love this Mario Kart games. But you hear it, it's like, yay, Mario Kart's coming out on the DS. Duh. It's like, I mean, how different can it possibly be?
Yeah, it's Mario.
It's not.
It's Mario Kart.
It's Mario Kart. But Mario Kart apparently is really going to be the one thing that pushes Nintendo's Wi-Fi capabilities. The capability, and I didn't really know much about it. I'd heard a lot about it, and I thought, it just allows people with DSs all to play in the same room or something like that. If you've got a wireless router or wireless internet
online.
connection, you can play it online.
Yeah, and in fact, they made a deal recently. Did you hear about this? They made a deal recently with McDonald's in the US. Now, that sort of principle is really cool, but I have a problem in that I'm in Australia, and I don't think they're going to support Australia to nearly the degree it needs for that sort of stuff to work, because the actual networks have to be set up for it.
Oh, hell, Network Australia. We can't even get in contact with Network Australia, with Nintendo Australia.
Yeah, so
they're very, very difficult and standoffish.
One of the problems being, of course, there is no Nintendo Australia. Nintendo Australia is Nintendo Japan.
There is a Nintendo Australian headquarters.
I thought they were just basically Japan.
No. I think what I said to you was it's easier to get in contact with Nintendo
No,
UK.
that's not what I was thinking.
There is a Nintendo Australia.
Oh, they must be asleep.
I think so.
But yeah, and so the online doesn't appeal to me that much because I don't think Australia will be able to use it. And the getting a bunch of my mates together and playing our DS doesn't appeal to me either because no one I know has a DS.
Which is interesting, actually.
So basically, I have a single player Mario
I'll get a
Kart.
DS. I'll play with
whatever. You don't have one now, and I'm not going to just assume anything based on anything you say.
I'd get it just to beat you at Mario Kart, which I would.
Fine. But I'd beat you at Advance Wars because you're stupid. You might be able to drive fast around corners, but you're stupid and you didn't have the tactics of war.
Okay, which is going to be more beneficial to us?
When the revolution comes, you'll be
I'll be driving as fast as I can right out of there, and you'll be stuck there going, this is what you should all do.
Yeah, and I'll save the world.
Yes.
I'll lead the revolution.
Okay, right.
Against people with shiny silver cars. That'll be our enemy. Kill that guy in his little convertible. Rocket. Lost in Blue is also coming out mid-month.
What's that?
Lost in Blue is another DS game that's basically Lost.
Yeah.
Lost for the DS. You're stranded and you've got to peel plants and.
Are they blue?
Yes, I think the blue is a reference to the sea.
Oh,
because you're shipwrecked, but I'm not sure.
So shouldn't it be Lost in the Blue?
No, because you're no longer in the sea. Don't. Just shut up. It's Japanese.
He takes everything so personally when you insult DS games, to be honest.
It's Japanese. Its name doesn't have to mean
Japanese,
anything.
Oh, yeah,
There's another game coming out on the 24th called Meteos.
I've heard of
Meteos.
That's some
apparently
puzzle game, isn't it? Or
You know what? I haven't been able to determine exactly what it is.
It's been out for ages in the States, though.
Yeah, it's been out for ages, and it was due in February here, but apparently it's been pushed forwards now, so it's due out this month.
I need to just take a sound loop of myself saying, that game's been out for ages in the States.
Yeah.
It won't be out in Australia for a while.
Yeah.
I think just so I can repeat that every...
Yeah, we'll just have that on a button.
Yeah.
So you don't have to, you can just be having a drink.
Yeah.
Okay,
what about the PSP? Yeah.
PSP has GTA Liberty City Stories, which has been due for a little while, but kept getting delayed
because of the shipping.
Yeah. So.
For anyone who doesn't know, there was some... Gee, I don't even know. I can't remember. There was something about ships.
Problem. There was a computer problem and they couldn't track inventory properly, so they basically...
Cargo.
Something about boats. That was a boat.
That was a boat. in the blue.
Yeah, lost in the blue.
That's actually not a game. That's information about the shipping of the PSP stuff. That was a funny reference.
Yeah, shut up. Gun is also coming out.
We've already done that.
PSP.
Oh, okay.
On the PSP, which is interesting. I mean, the PSP is by no means going to be my preferred platform of multiplayer games.
Well, it might be, to be honest, if you...
there will be certain games that I think would suit, but
yeah,
I think that it's going to be still too limiting, even the PSP, let alone the DS.
Yeah, fair call.
Liberty City Stories is a big one that should be out any day now. I don't know how to pronounce that. What's
that?
Whatever. The Arconiphitim or something, which is a crazy Japanese console RPG.
You like your crazy Japanese
I love my crazy Japanese RPGs, console RPGs. They're always good value. And they're good for portables as well, because you can kind of go from battle to battle. Similarly, Tales of Eternia comes out, so that's pretty exciting.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. No, I just want to play Gun.
Gun, yeah.
I want to play more Star Wars Battlefront. I want to play Gun, and I want to play more World of Warcraft. And I want to play not the Ico sequel.
Yes.
Not the true sequel. Shadow of Colossus.
Shadow of the Colossus. I've actually been trying to track down whether or not that's actually out or not, because it was listed in D-Store as back order.
No, but I saw it at JB the other day. I'm pretty sure.
Did you? So it is out.
I think so.
Because
it may have been coming soon.
It was listed as a back order on D-Store, but somewhere else I saw a release list that listed it for something like February.
Okay.
So
I'll
track that down.
I do want to play that. We also did. I mean, better late than never, but we are playing through, or Matt is anyway. Metroid 2.
Yeah, Metroid.
Metroid Prime 2.
Echoes.
Stereo of Echoes. Stereo of Echoes.
You're making up names now.
Echo Prime.
Metroid Prime 2. Echoes.
Echoes. Okay.
Stereo of Echoes. What's that?
Isn't
that a Kevin Bacon movie? Yeah. Samus was in... No.
It's got Samus versus Kevin Bacon. She's like going through, looking through the planet, and then she has to scan it, and it comes up in the little scanner. Kevin Bacon, actor.
Yes. I don't know why we allow him to speak.
Oh, one other thing I did want to say, talking about games we're going to play or are playing. One that I am playing at the moment, I suppose you could maybe say, is iToy Kinetic.
Yeah, we haven't really mentioned much about iToy Kinetic.
No, because, I mean, most gamers don't take a lot of these things very seriously.
But it's interesting.
It is.
Regardless,
it's by Nike Motion Works or whatever. It's like a 8-week fitness routine with a personal trainer, where it's iToy. iToy is sensitive sort of thing, so you do all these techniques. Yeah,
it actually watches you do the things and
then criticises you or tells you how you should do it. And I was really excited.
It keeps saying Young's fat. It's surprisingly accurate.
No, it doesn't.
It says, it calls it, like it bitch tits.
Am I...
it says that. I'm sure I've heard that.
Am I the one actually down there doing it? You're the tub of lard sitting up here playing
I'm the tub of lard and you know it. I have some scars in there right now. Come on.
You haven't... No, not getting into this. Because we can't swear on this podcast.
No, we're not allowed to, so we should probably stop communicating in any way.
But, yeah, I was quite excited about the concept of, we'll be able to review this game. I'll do the 8-week program, then I can review it. Unfortunately, I did it for about, like every other gym membership
Yeah.
or healthy thing that I've ever tried to do. I did it for a week, and then I've just sort of given up. And unfortunately, you try and come back to it after you've skipped a week, and they chastise you for it. They're like,
Yeah.
well, you actually weren't here for the last week, so, you haven't done a workout for a while. I felt really guilty.
You think of anything, computer game is going to be a little bit...
Yeah, lenient. They go, well, we know you play a lot of video games, so
Yeah.
it's okay.
The fact that you've even bought a game that's pretending to try and make you fit has got to be an improvement.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, alright, well,
We're out of time.
we're way over time, actually.
Yeah, we're over time, which considering we had nothing
to
to talk
talk
about,
about.
we're actually doing alright.
Pretty good. Alright.
So,
Hopefully we'll have more to talk about next week.
well, hopefully the industry will do something. That would be nice.
Thanks for everyone who's actually tuned in.
Yeah. I don't know why you're thanking them. It's not like they paid to listen to this. So what gratitude do we owe anyone?
Well, the fact that, the fact that they're listening.
They're using our bandwidth. You wasting...
Dude. Yeah, that's the way to keep people coming back to the site. Bag people for wasting our bandwidth.
Yeah. Stop it.
God damn you. God. Alright, we're going.
Alright, we'll see you later.
See ya.
Tune in next time.
Bye.